Hello everybody, and I am the Dire Duck. Oh my goodness, why did I say that? Okay, roll again, roll again. Hello everybody, it's so good to finally meet you, especially talk to you guys without sounding like a robot most of the time. But anyways, for those of you who don't know who I am Epic Writer. I am usually, based on the context, not talking in a normal voice, cause I'm gonna go into detail about that later. But first things first, I want to thank most of you guys, just kidding, all of you guys, for all the views, the likes, and the subscribes that you've given me so far. I was not expecting this to happen so fast, and I was not expecting you guys to show up as quickly as you did. You guys were here since when I first made my very first edit, actually. Yeah. Man. I thought I was gonna have a long time till you guys showed up, and by the time you guys showed up, I would have made a butt ton of videos. But, well, things don't go as planned. So, but I'm not complaining. It just shows how much you really want to see this. But yeah, speaking of what this is, based on the video's title, I am making a Murder Drones fan project. I've been hyping it since the very first edit, since the very first post, since the very first video. And because I started this channel for that. But what is it? What is the project? Well, I'm going to go into good detail about that. So, Murder Drones Zenith is a reimagining of the series Murder Drones, created by Liam Vickers and Glitch Productions. Zenith is set in an alternate universe where the 8 episodes do happen, but in a way you don't expect, as they will carry on through multiple seasons, along with my own episodes in them, as sort of prolonged, definitely, for sure. And speaking of alternate universe, the multiverse will be a heavy thing in my project. It will be a heavy factor. So yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff we're gonna pull with this. So with that out of the way, we're gonna talk about the animation. How are we gonna move this story? So this might come as a shocker, but we're not gonna do it 2D at first, or 3D at first. We're actually gonna start this off as a stop motion. Yeah, not exactly what you would think that we would start with. But yes, we're gonna do this as a stop motion, and then later on, we're gonna sort of like revamp it as either 2D, 3D, or both. As I'm gonna try to touch every type of animation I can get to, especially for this. I owe it that much. But that means since we're doing this in stop motion, especially with the fact there are no toys for Murder Drones, that I just thought they could make that as merch now. They could totally make a lot of money with that, making action figures. But because there isn't any, that means we're gonna have to make it ourselves. And that's something troubling and tiresome. And that is a little challenging, but we are gonna try to pull through it. So yeah, this will take a while. And then there's also the fact that we're gonna have to get the crew cast, get help for the set, and then also I'm gonna need equipment so I can do 2D animation. Cause like I said, I'm gonna try to do this in animation, so I'm gonna have one playlist for like 3D version, maybe another one 2D version, another, and maybe one day a 3D animation. if I can figure out how to do that. So yeah, you'll be getting multiple versions of the same episode or episodes. So man, that's a lot of work for you guys. Just kidding. That's a lot of work for us. But it'll be worth it, I think. And I know you guys will be rewarded greatly for your patience, because this is not gonna be quick at all. So now we can talk about what my role exactly is in the grand game of Zenith. What is my position? And well, that's a tad bit big. I am the one who thought of this, obviously, because I'm the one who's been telling you guys about this. But yeah, I'm the writer. I'm the one who makes the concept art. I am the one who helps with the designing. And as I said, I'm gonna be potentially animating this, so I need to learn how to animate for you guys. And there is one role that I might potentially be. I'm heavily wanting it now, and I think you guys know what it is. Come on, it's been a big part of my channel since I've been hyping this up. And I literally released a video yesterday about this secret role, and that is the potentially being a voice actor for Zenith, mainly for my OC villain, the Necro Savior. So if I made this video like a month ago or a couple weeks ago, I probably would have said I would not have been the voice actor, or that I might be if we can't find anyone, because I wanted to give everyone a chance, and I still do. If you guys want to join and if you want to be the character, I will let you have him. I will let you be that. But if there's no one around, I will gladly take it, especially since it feels like I'm doing the Am character now, with how literally the writer for Am voice acted as him. So when we hear Am, we always associate that voice with the writer. So it's kind of funny how things are going on like that, but it doesn't have to be like that. It can be given to you, one of you guys, if you want to take it. So like you can go into the comments and say, I'd be willing to be part of the role, or take on a different OC role or different character role, and we'll be like, we'll try to see what you can do. So for now, we're just gonna see, as we're gonna get most of the cast, see who's gonna go who. Hopefully I'll make an update video about that by around December. Hopefully. I don't know how, but we'll see. So yeah. Now that we have all of that out of the way, I want to mention this. Seeing as it won't probably be a while, probably like a couple months, until we get the actual episode going, or at least a trailer for it going, I want to give you this in the meantime. I am actually planning on making a comic book for this. Yes, I'm making a comic book, and I'm going to post that in my post on YouTube, and if I do it on any other accounts, I will let you know. I'll post that on YouTube, and then, so you can do whatever you want with it. You can even voice act it for it if you want, for your own thing, like how they do with something like Enraged. That I'd be willing to watch you guys do that. There's also another thing. When season 1 is done, I want to make a novel for it. I'm planning on making a novel for each season, and once we're done with season 1, I'm gonna make novel 1. Each season will be a novel. So because of that, I want to give you guys sneak peeks of the novel, as we technically give you sneak peeks of the episodes too. If you don't want to be spoiled, you don't have to read them or listen to them. It will be on Wattpad. I know. Hear me out. I know that most people don't like Wattpad, and frankly, I don't want to really use it. But it's the best I can get. So, I know about the dark side of that app. Frankly, I've seen the dark side. I've seen the dark abyss in there. And I don't want to be a part of it, but... So we're just gonna stay into the light, to the brighter side of that app. Let's try to avoid that, and I'd rather not be close to that. So, we're gonna try to treat this as serious as we can. For like the novel, I will release each part of the novels for novel 1, aka season 1, on Wattpad, and you can read it if you don't want to wait for the episode to come out on YouTube. Or if you really want us, I'd be so down to make an audiobook. If you don't want to read it on Wattpad, if you really don't want to go on there, I'd be more than willing to make an audiobook. We just need to get the cast going. But yeah, I'd be down to make you an audiobook too. And heck, I'd be putting little parts of it in the shorts too, to give you the ideas, like, bro. And I already got the prologue, so I could just narrate that for you guys in the short, so that would be fun. But yeah, I want to go hard for this. I'm going to go as hard as I can for this. So yeah. This is going to take a while, but it'll be worth it, I think, yeah. But yeah, that's most of the big things. Or no, that's all the things I can think of I'm going to give you. So yeah. Actually, I just had another thought. I'm going to clarify something. The book, the web novel, when I'm finished with it, I'm going to turn it into an actual book for you guys. The problem is I don't know how I can mass produce that or send that to you guys without selling it. Because we can't do that. That is illegal. Liam Vickers himself said that it's illegal to sell anything under Murdoch's brand. So I can't sell that. Besides, I wouldn't really want to deprive you of it anyways. In this economy? No, I'd rather not. So, but I still need to figure out how to mass produce the book and then how to get it to you guys for free, mind you, as well as how I can mass produce the comics, because I want to give you that, and send that to you for free as well. I don't know how to do either of those. I want to figure out. If you guys know, I would really love for you guys to tell me or give me an idea what to do. Because I've never done this, and I want to do this for you. But yeah, with that being said, I don't know what else I want to say. If there's anything left to say. I think I could say something more, but I would rather reserve it for later videos and updates. So yeah, I'm just gonna zip for now, because I said all the major important stuff for this. But yeah, I just want to thank you again then for being here. I never thought this would ever happen. I never thought I'd be making videos. I never thought I'd be making a Murder Jones fan project. I never thought I'd be doing any of this. I never thought possibly voice acting. My family always said that I could make a good actor, but I don't like people watching me, so voice acting sounds pretty good, but at the same time, I just didn't bother with it. And now I do. I never thought about animating because it looked too hard, but now I'm more than motivated to do it. I never thought about making a novel nor a comic, yet somehow now I'm planning on that too. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys, and I want to thank Glitch Productions. I want to thank Liam, because they're the ones who made this, and they brought something out of me I never thought could be brought out, or I should bring out. And I'm not saying that I never brought out my creative ingenuity or imagination. Those drawings I sent on post are a good example of that, but I never thought of expanding my horizons as I did with this. So, and I'm very glad and I'm very happy for it. So yeah, I like this, and I want to keep doing this. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys who watch my videos and shorts and read my posts. Thank you, Glitch Productions, for producing such a thing. And thank you, Liam Vickers, for making a thing I never thought was gonna work. Especially since I, for years, dished on this thing. I dished on it. I thought it looked like a has-been hotel wannabe. A has-been. But as I started falling out from the community there, and I look at this, I'm like, bro, I don't know what I was saying. Bro, this looks so much better. So I don't know how I was dissing on this thing when I'm more hooked up on this, than I ever was on Has-Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss. And I'm not saying those are bad, nor the fan, but at the same time, it made me wait, and it did things I didn't really contribute like to. So I kind of fell out, left the community, and I've watched both series. I don't really watch them anymore, not in the sense of stopping, but just don't get hooked on it anymore. If that's a good way of explaining it. But Murder Drones, every time I watch it, I get hooked up. I get hooked on into it. So yeah, that will be pretty obvious. So thank you for this. And you know the crazy part, how this all started, was from simple words, simple question of what are you drawing? So to give you context on how this all started, it's literally in the middle of August. School has just started. So yeah, high school has just started for me. High school just started. And I'm in my last class drawing English, mind you. And instead of just like doing the English assignment, I was actually drawing Merjone's concept art. But it wasn't because I was happy or anything. I was actually in grief. Because the day before, I had lost a family member who was very close to me. So I lost him, and so I was just kind of grieving. I never drawn grieving. I never drew for grief, but I was drawn pretty much. And I felt even worse drawing. It didn't feel better. You wanna know why? Because I wrote Murder Drone's concept, Zenith concept art. That stuck me in my heart. Because concept art for what, I thought? What are you making? This is not gonna come alive. This isn't gonna be something people watch. I thought. So I just felt worse because I'm just like, what's the point of drawing this? It's not ever gonna come alive. But I just kept drawing my jaw. And as I was drawing the concept art, I hear my friend, who I have so much respect for, just because automatically we share so much in common, and how we look at the world the same way, compared to our other friends. But then I hear him say words that changed everything. Is that Murder Drones you're drawing? I instantly stopped and froze. I never met anyone in real life who knew about Murder Drones, especially in my family. So I just dramatically turned my head slowly, like those movies, and just like started out like I had so many thoughts going in my head, but the only words that came out was a stuttering, you know Murder Drones? And he said yes, he's seen it mainly through thanks to his sisters. And I'm like, wow, how far are you? And he said he's like in episode 4. And so he says he likes it and he just wants to get a better understanding. So I'm a lore nerd. I took in every piece of information about not only Murder Drones, but other fictional works like H.P. Lovecraft, Warhammer and Destiny and complex stuff like that, which probably has led me to making this as it is. But like, yeah, I started hammering him with Lord. Pause, not like that. We're not gay. We're not gay. Neither of us are gay. Okay. Cool. I'm not dishing out on gay people, but don't be assuming, please. Don't be assuming on me now. But like, yeah. So yeah, I told him about the lore, and I told him about intermission to like help him understand episode 5 and 4, like where you're gonna go from here. So I told him about intermission. We started talking more about murder drones, and then he told me he did animation, or he used to do animation. And I'm like, what type? He said, stop motion. Or you see where this is going now? You see where this is going? Stop motion, he said. I'm like, oh, okay. He said, yeah. I'm like, I don't know how to animate. And he's like, well, I don't know how to draw, and I don't know how to write. And I looked at him, I'm like, well, I know how to draw, and I know how to write. And he says, well, I know how to animate. And we just like, so would you be down to animating this with me? And he'd be like, sure, go ahead, let's do it. And ever since then, boom. And another funny thing is, after that, I made this account. I made this channel. Epic Writer 07, I made this channel for that. And I made these edits, these shorts for this. So, yeah, I'm just so glad that I had a friend I could talk to about something I loved. And it's the one friend I truly had respect for and sort of admired. Because out of all our other friends, I can't admire them. I can't look at them the same way. Because we all had different views of life, and I can't look at them like that. So, because he's a great friend. He's a really great friend. And literally, 2 days ago. Yeah, on Friday. Yeah, Friday. On Friday, we went to the library and we were doing an English project, making a poster for a good book. And literally, I just turned on my phone and we were watching Murder Drones while we were making English assignment. So, yeah, I never thought I'd do that with a friend. So, it felt nice. And I thank him. And Caden, if you're watching this, or if I send this to you, or you somehow get to this, because you know my account now, I told you about it when we were in the library. If you watch this, thank you for being my friend, and for being someone I can put my head on your shoulder to. Thank you. That's all I have to say. So, thank you guys again for coming here, for watching my videos and shorts, and thank you for all this, for the reading shorts, and I really want to finish this off with a thank you. Thank you, Caden. Thank you, Liam Vickers. Thank you, Glitch Productions. Thank you to all those who watch and subscribe to me. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I love you all. Kisses everywhere. Kisses, kisses, kisses. I hope to do this more, and I hope to continue making this project for you. So thank you, because in the end, it's also for me. So thank you. And that's all I have to say now. I know I said that like 5 times already, but this is all I have left to say. So thank you again. # love you all.